So you might have to enlarge your screen. I would probably suggest it, unless you got a real clear shot. The Rainbow Road, Oz. I knew immediately when I saw this that this circle is death, which is this. See the cube over here? Okay? On the Kabbalistic tree. All right? But what's more important is they put D23. So let's just blow that up so we can see that real big. Nope, let's do this. Let's make it bigger. There we go. So it's D23. 23 goes here. All right, because 23 is what this is right here. That's what 23 is right here. So why don't we just do this? Let's just go back. Well, let me expand on this. Death, invisible knowledge. It isn't quite that. It's basically the Twilight Zone. This is where we're at. This is the top. We keep going off to the left. This is Saturn. Okay, this is the way this thing is set up. We're on the dead side of this whole thing. Okay, if you're going to use their models of what this reality is. Okay, so Walt Disney does Rainbow Road to Oz, but you have to get through death. Now let's look down here. This is 12 January 2000. News Station 23, the Keepers of the Fire of Death. Now let's take a look at the inside of this thing. All right, let's just make that real big there, like that. And then, is it big enough for you guys? Let's see. There we go. Now, let's look at the numbers that are involved. 93 and 23. Interesting. 93 and 23. So we got a running theme here. Then we got the movie with Jim Carrey, the number 23. I never saw the movie, but I guess he's freaking a nutbag or whatever. Because it's the abyss. It's the Twilight Zone-like deal. That's why he kept noticing that number. You guys notice numbers and all of that stuff. It's the same thing. And you notice here Shekinah, which is this one over here. Right? Shekinah, that's Saturn. The hidden radiance is the total of the hidden divine which dwells in every created being. They are related one to a number in numerical order. In cosmological terms, two of them. Most importantly being female, which is the force. See, so that's the destructive, all of that crap. So let's reroute this back to what it was and make it what it really is. So we're going to take this out and put it over here, right? Why don't we just do this? We'll just put that right there. We'll just do this. All right, there you go. There's the real advertisement. Isn't that interesting? How they and this is supposed to be a cake. Notice the background on here. See, it's all cloudy. You'll notice they use that same background on the Twilight Zone. And this to me is really interesting because if you look at this, let me see if I can do this. This looks so much, you know, this is an Egyptian whatever, right? Let me see if I can do this. Flip vertically. There you go. I'm just going to move this up here. Notice how you get an airplane propeller. I'll do a video on that. You know, the airplane is a recreation of the 3 axis points and the spinning circular motion of whatever this thing is. Isn't that interesting? Wow. They build everything as a recreation of something else. So we know that Oz is up here. It's in Saturn. It's the Emerald City. Okay. Death. Here's the movie 23. Which is interesting because this is 2 and this is 3. It's in between. So there's your 23. And at the end of the movie, he looks up numbers 32, 23, and says, "Be sure your sins will find you out." So I think this is an interesting bit that Walt Disney, that scumbag, went through all this trouble instead of just coming out and telling people you're in fucking La La Land, which is where we're at. I'm pretty sure. For those of us can see it. They make little movies and they got people wearing little gears on their head because they like this place. They like it. They don't want you to leave. That's why they try and make it fun with places like Disneyland. Keepers of the fire, of the fire, death. And what is that? That's the invisible knowledge of, it's the abyss stuff, crap, understanding it, whatever. I don't find it to be all that wonderful myself.